What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I just got done going through all of the gear. I'm going to switch over real quick. Boom. And right there you can see all the gear. I've got it all basically done. Not the details, but I've just got the main options finished, so it's a little bit easier to go through these, and that's exactly what I did. So I went through and I created helmet and accessory, main hand, offhand, and armor and legs for everything. Now I got kind of bored of upgrading it, and I'm running myself out of gems as I do it, which is not really a productive use of gems. So while I'm waiting to upgrade all that stuff there, I am going to use what I have done, which is my infantry. And in order to really get a good use out of my infantry gear, I want to make sure that I've got all the jewels in there that I want to use. Now, what will jewels do for you? Well, let's be honest. I mean, jewels are going to do for you as much as the gear itself in some cases. In some cases, even more, depending on, what level the gear, what level the jewel is. So, very quickly, before I jump into jewels, let me backtrack a little. We're going to say, okay, helmet. And we've got a cursed mask. This is going to be good for familiars. Bumble helm is good for cavalry. We got our beast helm for our infantry. This is the wormbone cornet for our range. This is going to be good for hunting, the hunting helm. And then finally, this is just one that I got from a pack, I think from buying the big guy. And it's mostly good for player experience boost. And so you're going to see some stuff in my gear like that. But otherwise, it's very specific. I don't have anything here that I don't need that's prompting me to waste materials on it or draw my attention away from the main part of the game. So be very, very selective with your gear. It'll pay off in the long run in so many ways. So those are my helmets. And I'm just going to go right down the list. Armor. I've got, this one's going to be for familiars, elder garb. No, wait. What is this one? Research. Okay, so that one's just for research for now. I think that'll go away once. Yeah, see, this one's going to be better for research. So when I hit level 60, all of a sudden I'll be able to equip some really good gear. You can see those 3 pieces right in the beginning. Those are going to become available to me here in about 20 million points. 20 million player experience points. Kill hoot claws to get this one. Hoot claws are kind of newer, so I don't know how far I'm going to build that gear. In round 2, once I've gotten all of round 1's gear up to the maximum that I can, I'll go back through and I'll do option 2, and I'll figure out, okay, can I get another piece of equipment on this list further than the first thing that I built? And if the answer is yes, I'll convert that one and I'll switch all the jewels over to it. So in order, that first one's for research. Eventually, it's gonna be gone. This beast plate is for my ranged. This one's gonna be for my cavalry. This one's for infantry and research. This one's for hunting. This one's for familiars, and this one is for player experience boost. One of those ones that I got from somewhere else. And then let's go legs. We've got familiars. We've got infantry, or infantry, I want to say. Which one's this? Yeah, because this one's cavalry. And then this one is the ranged. That's what I'm going for on ranged. Hunting. And then these next ones I think I just got in the beginning somehow from either packs or whatever. So I don't think they're really relevant. And they're already gold, so they won't be prompting me all the time to go up to a higher level. They're at the maximum level that they can get, so that works out for me. Main hand. Main hand. This one's for research. And then we've got familiars. And then we've got hunting. And then we've got cavalry, which is a good one. Then infantry. And you can see I've already laid some jewels on this one. So my infantry attack looks real nice on that. my ranged attack there. And then this one was for construction speed, and it was like one of those first ones that we got. Okay. Whoops, I keep getting out of here. Offhand, just a couple more here. And this one's a player experience. This one's going to be my ranged. And then I went familiars. We've got infantry here. We've got cavalry here. And then we've got hunting and research and other beginning one. And lastly, hey, I didn't go out of it this time. The accessory. Now, I'm not going to walk through actually all these. I'm just going to say that the flute is for research. The cup is, I'm going to use for infantry, but it could be equally used for range. Instead, for ranged, I've got this one. I don't know what it's called, the worm seal. And then the fear drums for the cavalry. I've got the hunting horns. And then the familiar mystic box. And then the final one's just like a one of those beginning ones that you get. So that's a good overview of my gear that I've gotten. If you're trying to look and see what to build, what I'm building, that's exactly what I'm building. Now, on to the jewels. The jewels, these are going to be really awesome. We have, we have research jewels, army assault, which I got from like BP points, BP coins or something like that, whatever it's called, from buying packs. And then now the saber jewel, cavalry max HP. That's the thing to pay attention to there. So we have the saber jewel, the rhinoceros jewel. This one only does army capacity and food. I'm not even going to pay attention to the rhinoceros jewel. The Trojan jewel, infantry max HP. That's important there. Grim jewel, ranged max HP. That's a good one. Hunter jewels, swift hunters is just going to help with your hunting speed and your max energy. So those are awesome. But we're not really concerned with that right now. We're just going to stay focused on the military for right now. Gargantua, cavalry attack, and cavalry defense. That's a pretty good jewel there. Champion, travel speed, and army max HP. That one's okay. That one's pretty decent for the travel speed and the HP both. It's not the first one that I would put on there, and I'm going to tell you the order. That's where I'm leading to with all of this. So let's go on to the worm jewel. Now we're looking at attack and defense, and this is for ranged. Terror jewel, attack and defense for infantry. Griffin, attack and defense for traps. Now we do not care about walls. We do not care about traps. Not at least until like the very last thing, after all your other research is done, after everything else is built, then maybe we'll focus on the wall. But by then, they'll probably have added a whole nother research tree, like I've heard they were about to. You know, I mean, it's just not high on the list. That's the big takeaway here. Now, I don't even know where we at, because I got so caught up on saying no trap. Okay, no trap, no wall. Which means we don't care about, what was it, the Griffin? Yeah. We don't care about the Griffin jewel, or the wall defense jewel, or the trap defense jewel. Now, range defense, infantry defense, cavalry defense. I'm going to skip over those. The main reason being that we don't focus on defense as much as possible. We will put those in as, like, hey, I'm all out of any other jewel, so that's what it's going to be. But let's see here. Cavalry defense. Trap attack. We don't care about traps or siege engine, so we're going to skip over the siege engine attack jewel. And then ranged attack, infantry attack, and cavalry attack is how this finishes. And we do care greatly about all those. So, what's all this mean? Well, you're going to get these just like I have them at some point in your research. You're going to be able to go in here and you're going to go into your upgrade military. And I'm getting more as we speak, but these quick swaps, you can get up to 10 of them. So nice. So nice. right now I only have infantry set up, and these are all level 60 what I want, so that's why they're not hooked in there. That's why you see some blank spaces, but otherwise, these ones that are in there, my goal would be to look at these and say, okay, infantry defense. I have an infantry defense in there because before I didn't have any kind of infantry HP. And so now I can look in here in my jewels and I can say, okay, what was the infantry? Was it Saber? No. Trojan? Yes. Okay, so now I have 2 attack or HP boosting infantry jewels at blue. Is that better than 1 defense at purple? I can only install one of them, so 1 defense at purple is 5% or 3% HP. I just kind of go with the rule of highest infantry attack, for example. Okay, highest attack wins. Next section, health. Who has the highest health percent? And then all that beats out defense. Anything with defense. Defense is irrelevant because health comes first. And then highest health wins. And then we go down to defense, and then we say highest defense wins. So that's how I like to personally think about it. Now, you should be able to find jewels, 2 of them. Down here at the bottom, you have, for example, you have an infantry attack. And so I have an infantry attack that can increase my infantry's attack there. But a lot of times, did I have one up here? Cavalry attack, Gargantua, Worm? Champion? No, it's not champion. Terror. Here we go. So this one also has infantry attack. These are the 2 jewels that I would want to focus on most, is the infantry attack jewel and the terror jewel. And then I would want to focus on the health of that. Which one was health for them? Grim? No. Trojan. Okay, and then I would go to this one for health. So that's how I would think about all my jewels. And I'm not going to actually have you sit here and watch me install them or anything like that. But I would go in here and I would look at my set and I would say, okay, here's my infantry set for now till I turn level 60, at which point I'm going to install these ambrosial cuffs and all this other stuff, right? But for now, and that's also, I'm not going to install jewels in anything that I know that I'm going to change later or that has yet to come. So you won't see any jewels in this stuff, but you will see jewels in other stuff like this. So we have infantry attack here, infantry max HP. So we're missing an infantry attack down here that we can go ahead and inlay. Boom. And now our infantry attack has gone up slightly. It's gone, we have a 5% there and another 3% there for 8% boost on top of the equipment. So that's the gist of how I think through my gear, my infantry, my jewels, and you're just going to want to go through and kind of work through each set. And in this next video, I'm actually going to take this basic set that I have here, right there, and I'm just going to go out and I'm going to go attack. I'm going to go attack some people now that I have my jewels in line as best I can. And let's look. Before I do that, I'll show you something. This is innate talents in that same research tree that I got the quick swap from, and I'm going to apply my infantry, and I have some extra points here I purposely don't use. How I do this is I max out my squad health and my squad defense. I max out all of my infantry offense, 1, 2, and 3, in the squad offense. So that's automatically set up, but depending on whether I'm attacking or defending, right, it'll make a difference. If I was to attack, I might use different points than whether I was defending, and I might use different points depending on what I'm doing. So I won't go into too much detail here, but for now, because I'm going to be attacking, I'm just going to max this out here on the range first. And then that would actually be a good defense in normal cases too. Because if you think about it, what is going to hurt your infantry? Right now, my points are all set up for infantry. I'll just tell you this part real quick, right? So what hurts infantry? Cavalry does. So I want as many points on my ranged attack to kill any cavalry that comes after me before they get to my my infantry. So ranged are going to help defeat cavalry if they are sent. So I want that to be my second strongest when infantry is the focus. That was it. Wait, did I say I'd do something else here? I feel like I'm forgetting something now. Yeah, okay, that was it. So just those talent points. I wanted to show you this. So you're going to hear people talk about their might. It's the one in the green. So leader deployed. It's not the green plus the regular. You just want to look at the leader deploy. How much attack power do you have? I almost have equal ranged and infantry. Infantry just barely edges it out, probably because of the jewels that I'm using. So if you want to see which one of these are your best, get completely equipped. Switch around all your talent points. Make sure that your infantry attack or ranged or cavalry, depending on what you're looking at, is maxed out. And then look at this and you'll see exactly how strong you are. My main account is just over 600 on the infantry attack, and that's my strongest. Everything else kind of goes down from there. I even have one that's still like 490. Ranged, I believe, is 490 on that account. But you can quickly build these up by buying material packs and just focus on getting your player level to level 60. Once I do that, this will jump above 300, I believe. Immediately when I hit 60, I'll add all my jewels and I'll add in all that gear and everything will jump up. And I imagine I'll be maybe even, 350 plus. So, and maybe that's a high guess. I'm not really sure. I'd have to do the math, and I don't really feel like it. So, in any case, I appreciate you guys stopping in. If you guys enjoyed this content, please, give me a thumbs up, and otherwise let me know what it is that you like to see or want to see, and I will be sure and provide you with that kind of content in the near future. I appreciate you stopping in. Take it easy. Catch you in the next one. See ya.